Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this series of video, we are going to discuss about the module 4 question bank with answer set 2 of our 21 RMI 56 research methodology and intellectual property rights. Moving on to the video, first question, demonstrate copyright registration work with flow diagram. So how the copyright registration is taken place. With a flow diagram, you have to explain. So the flow diagram is nothing but how it has been submitted, how the filing is done, how examination is done, how it has been granted. All those in a workflow you have to mention, and then you have to explain like once how the work has been created, how you take a copyright safety, and if there is any formal form that has to be filled, then that is form. This is the form that has to be filled, which has to take place with this address. This has to be sent to this address with name of the parties that has been done and date of the dispatch. So the copyrights, which will it also includes registration under the Copyright Act and Copyright Rule 2013. So the complete flow has to be drawn and explained in detail with this form. Summarize the judicial power of registrar of copyrights. So what is the judicial power in dealing with register of copyright? So you have to it is that you have to require a discovery. You have to produce it in a form of document, and the evidence is nothing but an affidavit that is signed by the registrar, judicial power of the registrar. Then it has been issued to the commission for examination. Once it has been signed, it is given for the examination, and there it takes 2 to 3 months so that the work has been examined. If suppose if there is any claim, the owner has the rights to answer the claim. If it is really satisfied, then the judicial power will register the work in the Copyright Office, so that after applying there is a waiting period of 30 days and then the copyrights will be granted. Moving on to the next question, represent the significance of copyright symbol and how does it affect the validity of copyright protection. So significance of copyright symbol. So this is your copyright symbol. See, it doesn't mean, see, whenever you see a textbook or a paper, if you see the symbol, it is nothing but the copyright. The owner mentions that this is the copyrighted work of that particular owner. So either you will use the symbol or this abbreviation COPR. So the name or abbreviation is recognized that the owner of the copyright has mentioned that it is his own work. And so the how does it affect the validity? So the validity of the copyright is just the 60 years, and that 60 years starts from the year after the death of author. When it is after the death of author is if suppose the copyrighted form or the copyrighted physical form is a literature, dramatic, musical or artistic works, only after his death. Other kind of copyright is from the date of publication of the work is the validity of the copyright. Summarize an overview of an copyright profile of India, including any notable cases or trends. So here you can see from 2015 to 2019, how is the trends been? So how many application is received, examined and been registered. So based on that, year on year it has been mentioned. You have to draw this diagram and write it in each of the year, how many it has been submitted, you have to write. And the notable cases is nothing but the number of application is in 2017 to 18 is at the peakest. So, but it has been tapped down in 2019 to 20. So similar kind of trend will be observed in many copyright registrations, where it will touch to a peak, where it will touch to a depth, or it will surge down. All these trends can be notable. Next question, establish the process for transferring the copyright to a publisher and what consideration should author keep in mind. So when you're writing a textbook or publishing a paper, you have to depend upon the publisher. So the copyright for the publisher, you don't give the complete copyright to the publisher. So when you're transferring the rights to the publisher, obviously there is a financial benefits either to the publisher or to you. Yes, so there should be an agreement that is signed such that the copyright is not completely been transferred. It is used only for printing and selling of hard copies. Only the publisher can print and sell the hard copies. So the author may stick on to a timeline for that process. So under Copyright Act, it is called as termination of transfer. So once all these done, the termination of transfer can be cancelled by the Copyright Act such that it can be terminated once after the book is been, the hard copy is being published. And here the copyright agreements can be terminated after 35 years of agreement. So if you want to stop the copyrights, stop the work, then it can be terminated after 35 years of agreement. Discuss the concept of joint authorship in copyright law and how it affects the rights of the creators involved. So work of joint authorship is nothing but it is done by a collaboration. It is not only one author. It is more than two or more authors who contribute for a single work. So how it affects the rights of creators is nothing but they have to keep a track on all the rights if suppose if there is any infringement done by the client, and they issue the license too. So why? Because to administer that particular society only uses the copyright. That is particular society means nothing but the joint authorship who is involved. And you have to collect the fees if suppose if somebody doesn't get the license or the license expires, and each and every year the license has to be renewed. So if suppose if it is not renewed, such fees can be collected among the owners of the copywriters and it can be deducted for the administrative expenses. So this is how it affects the rights of creators who is involved in it. That is, each and every copyright author who is involved or not allowed to infringe anything in their work. Hope you have understood small tips that can be concentrated for each of the question to get a high marks. Please be stay tuned for more information. Thank you.